So I think part of the role modeling that I certainly try to do as a mother is to encourage our daughter, who at 3, she has found her voice.
Hello, Royal Telly fam. Welcome back to your go-to channel for all things Sussex. Kenneth here, and today we have a heartwarming topic to discuss. Recently, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, gave us a rare and delightful insight into her daughter Lilibet's personality during a panel discussion with Colombia's Vice President on August 18th. During the panel discussion, Duchess Meghan opened up about her 3-year-old daughter, Lilibet. She shared with the crowd that Lilibet is already on her way to becoming a confident young lady. Meghan said, "Princess Lilibet is already growing up fast.
It doesn't feel great to, as we've talked about, suffer in silence or even just sit in silence if in those moments you want to be heard or if you have something to say." So I think part of the role modeling that I certainly try to do as a mother is to encourage our daughter, who at 3, she has found her voice. And we're so proud of that because that is how we, as I was saying, create the conditions in which there's a ripple effect of young girls and young women knowing that if someone else is encouraging them to use their voice and be heard, that's what they're going to do, and they're going to create a very different environment than so many of us grew up in, where our voices were meant to be smaller. And now in raising them, we're changing the conditions in the environment where everyone has space to be the best version of themselves.
During the panel discussion, Duchess Meghan added that she is consistently inspired by both her mother, Doria Ragland, and her daughter, Princess Lilibet, who turned 3 earlier this summer. "I find inspiration in the strong women around me, of course, my mother being one of them," she said. "So much of how I approach things is through the lens of less about the fight. That's not interesting to me. And more about how do we show up in a space and wash things over with love and kindness and generosity?" Duchess Meghan added that she understood what it was like to not use her voice, to suffer in silence, or even just sit in silence, if in those moments you want to be heard or if you have something to say, she said.
For me, I think I find inspiration in so many of the strong women that are around me, of course, my mother being one of them. I think life is full of surprises and can be quite complex. And we've talked about over the past few days, you finding your inspiration in this fighting spirit. And for me, we talked about the power of words as well. So much of how I approach things is through the lens of less about the fight, that's not interesting to me, and more about how do we show up in this space and wash things over with love and kindness and generosity. And we talked about this the other day, and of course that is part of that same spirit that you have in you. You see something wrong, you go to fix it. Maybe that's just a very female thing, whether it's a fan or something else. That's what we do, right? As women, we're multitaskers and we are fixers. And so when I try to look at the conditions in which will make women most comfortable in the space, that's multifaceted. And that includes finding ways to create political space where women's voices can be heard, in obviously business where women can have a seat at the table and be in positions of leadership, having examples as you do with your vice president. We all know how much representation matters. We all know that if you see someone who looks like you, who talks like you, who comes from a community like yours, that you can believe it's possible to also be in a similar position of power. So you're not underestimating yourself, you're not underestimating your worth, you're not underestimating your future. Instead, you're leaning into the possibility of every single thing that can happen because you have conditions surrounding you and examples in front of you that indicate that you, too, can help to change the world.
It's so heartwarming to hear how proud Meghan is of her daughter's development. She mentioned, "So, I think part of the role modeling that I certainly try to do as a mother is to encourage our daughter who at 3, she has found her voice, and we're so proud of that." Isn't that just the sweetest thing? It's clear that Meghan and Harry are dedicated to nurturing Lilibet's confidence and independence from a young age. This approach is so important in today's world, where young girls need strong role models to look up to. Meghan's words remind us of the significance of empowering our children to find their voices and stand tall in their beliefs. Meghan, who is also a mom to 5-year-old Archie, emphasized the importance of parents in shaping the next generation of female leaders. She explained how crucial it is for parents to be role models for their children. Meghan's dedication to her children's upbringing is truly inspiring. She said, "For me, the most important place that I sit in the world right now is as a mother. So, I look at it through the lens of what my children, our children, are going to adopt as they get older." This perspective is so important, especially in today's digital age. As parents, we have the power to influence our children's values, beliefs, and behaviors. Meghan's approach to parenting highlights the importance of leading by example and instilling confidence and resilience in our children. By doing so, we can help shape a generation of strong, independent, and compassionate leaders who will make a positive impact on the world. Duchess Meghan and Prince Harry have been strong advocates for a safer internet experience for kids. During the panel discussion, they spoke about the importance of a responsible digital future. Duchess Meghan brought up her 2 kids again, highlighting how their roles as parents influenced their advocacy work. She said, "So, I look at it through the lens of what my children, our children, are going to adopt as they get older."
For me, the most important place that I sit in the world right now is as a mother. So I look at it through the lens of what my children, our children, are going to adopt as they get older, and how we can keep them safe, because I do believe all of us agree, despite whatever disparities there are throughout the world, no one contests the fact that we want to keep our children safe.
It's clear that their commitment to creating a better world for their children is at the forefront of their efforts. In today's digital age, the internet plays a significant role in our children's lives. Meghan and Harry's advocacy for a safer online environment is crucial in protecting our kids from the potential dangers of the digital world. By promoting responsible digital practices, they are helping to ensure that the internet remains a safe and positive space for future generations. One of the highlights of Meghan's portion of the panel was when she kicked off by speaking Spanish. The crowd absolutely loved it.
Hola. Ahí muy buenas tardes. Me gustaría empezar en español.
It's always wonderful to see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex embracing and respecting different cultures. During their trip, they were fully immersed in Colombian culture. They attended an Afro music festival, enjoyed a cultural performance, and visited villages in what's considered the first free town in South America. This town was founded in the 18th century by African slaves who had escaped. Their visit was not only a celebration of culture, but also a powerful reminder of resilience and freedom. Duchess Meghan and Princess Harry's willingness to engage with and learn from different cultures is a testament to their open-mindedness and respect for diversity. Their visit to Colombia not only highlights the rich cultural heritage of the country, but also underscores the importance of understanding and appreciating different perspectives. By doing so, they are fostering a sense of global unity and solidarity. It's your support that empowers us to continue sharing these positive stories and standing up against the negativity. Together, we can make a difference and show the world the true strength and resilience of the Sussexes and their supporters. So, thank you for being here, for your kindness, and for your unwavering loyalty. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to Royal Telly for more updates and heartwarming stories about the Sussexes.